Hey, what's happening? It is Paul Farmer here. This is Freedom Project Live, episode 198. 198. Can't believe I'm coming up on 200 episodes really soon here. So, what I like to do on these is share with you my journey online, share with you marketing tips, mindset tips, and anything else that I feel could be of value to you. So, what I'm doing, like the title's different than my other stuff. What I'm doing here is I'm kind of tracking my journey, and my goal is to get to $10,000 a month with this one opportunity, which happens to be a higher ticket program, pays $1,000 commissions. You get millionaire mentoring. So that's a goal I have with this. So I thought it would be fun to track my journey so you can actually see what it really does take, what really does happen along the way. And everyone's journey is going to be different, obviously. Some people are more teachable than others. Some people surrender their pride and ego sooner than others, and just follow the plan than others. Okay. So just want to say, so yesterday I had another $1,000 commission come in. So since I started this is day 50. Today is day 50 since I started this. So that is, I've had four $1,000 commissions. I've had some lower product commissions as well. And then I've had in another opportunity, quite a few sales, quite a number of sales coming in, and those are coming in pretty much daily now. So one of the things I want to say here is, and I said this yesterday. Well, actually, I want to go back. I want to talk about this. Okay. So on yesterday's video, which I don't think hardly anybody saw because I had it unlisted when I was live. I didn't realize that it was unlisted, so no one was on it. I was talking about how I was able to be a blessing to my goddaughter, and because she had won, she had qualified to get a state ring with her wrestling team, and she's been working her butt off. I mean, doing two-a-day practices, and she's come a long way. So, and she does this year round. I mean, she works year round at her craft, and she just started last year as a wrestler, never doing it before. And this year she pretty much dominated. So, and her team won state this year, but unfortunately her family I was talking to her dad and like, yeah, unfortunately she's not going to be able to get her state ring because they just don't have the money. They have to budget everything and it's not in the budget. So anyway, long story short, I was able to be the blessing and get that ring for her, and I know she's very excited. And state championships don't come around every day. It was the school's first state championship for wrestling, so it was really a big deal, and I didn't want her to miss out on that. So I share that because I also said that when you give, when you are a blessing, it comes back to you. And just so happens that I had $1,000 sale come in yesterday, and I had another sale come in something else I'm doing that's very low ticket. And then I had another sale come in my marketing system. So it definitely comes back around, it definitely comes back around. But so I also want to talk a little bit about, so I've been tracking, it's 50 days now. And to be completely upfront and honest with you, I haven't, like the first 30 days where I was saying I'm doing 75 connections a day, I wasn't following the plan. Now, I was following a plan of a successful marketer, but I wasn't following the plan for this particular thing. And because I was doing that, what was happening was I was getting a lot of, negative a lot of negative stuff coming my way, just a lot of no's, a lot of just people being kind of mean, things like that. It doesn't bother me. I've been doing this long enough. That doesn't really bother me too much. I mean, it does get to you eventually, but I needed to, because it was coming from an 8-figure marketer's training outside of the mentoring program I'm in, because, I had paid for the coaching and everything. I really wanted to give that an effort. I really wanted to go, okay, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna see if this really does work. So I tested it. So I went a full month, 75 connections a day, full month. Yes, I got some sales, but what I have realized during this time, first of all, you got to have a very thick skin to do it that way, for one. You got to communicate with a lot of people, large number of people. I understand why it's taught, because it is something that's very simple to do, and anybody and everybody can do it. But what I realized during this time, because it's really just a test, I was testing it. I'm going to test it for a full month and see what happens. And, I put in the numbers. I did it every day, 75 people a day, 75 people a day, 75 people a day, 100 people some days. Okay. And then I took a step back. I'm like, okay, I've done this a full month. Let's see what happens when I go and I follow what's being taught in this mentoring program. And I start just connecting with people and finding out what's going on with them. And I start going to people that are actually showing up on my content, and still going to people that are not showing up on my content and don't know anything about me. Let's see what happens. And, it's funny. Like, I go back and I look at where I've had the best conversations. It's when I've done that. In fact, when I go back in time and I look at how, the majority of my sales have come from exposures, like having conversations with people that have seen my content, that have seen my videos, that have made a connection in some way. Where my sales don't come, and when I go dry, is when I'm going to people that I don't have any connection with. Like, they don't know who I am whatsoever. So that's just something to keep in mind. That's a learning lesson for me. And I'm just being upfront and honest with you. I could come on here, oh yeah, I'm killing it. Yeah, no, no. This is my journey. I'm sharing my journey with you so you can see what's going on. Little by little, I am working to get better at the process, okay, at what is being taught. There's a lot in this program, I'd say the majority of it is about mindset, but it's not just about mindset. It's about learning how to be on. Well, my mentor, Darren Little, says success is a frequency. You have to be on a certain frequency. And if you're off just a little bit, it messes everything up. So there's different, like if you think of a radio station, like if you're dialed into a certain radio station, you got music playing, but if you go off just a little bit, now you have static. So success is a frequency. Success is energy, right? So learning to understand that, because that's really, for me, it's been a challenge. I mean, I'm going to straight up tell you, it's been a challenge, because I'm the type of person that just goes, tell me what to do and I'm going to go do it, but not the mindset stuff like that. That's always been a struggle for me. And even when I first started online, I think that's why I struggled so much, because I refused to accept that stuff. I refused. I wasn't ready. Pride, ego. But over time, I'm getting better at it. I'm not great at it, but I'm getting better at it. Like, we completed our vision board I think it was yesterday. And I had been working on that. We started that. I think we started that like in the summer. We did the background, but we didn't get the pictures. And it just sat there. I kept staring at it. It was pissing me off. Oh, this isn't done. We got to get this done. And my wife and I, we put one together, and now it's done. So that's something I can actually put my focus on. And I want to talk about something else that has shifted things for me. So one thing is, so before I was focusing more on a certain amount of money, earning a certain amount of money. And for me, it just wasn't doing the trick, Yeah, cool, it's money, but it's not really money that we want. It's money. It's what money provides, the time freedom, right? The the ability to spend more time with your loved ones and do things with your loved ones, the ability to give back to your community. So it's not so much the money, it's what the money provides is what we want, right? Um, so anyway, I started thinking about, okay, so I'm not the type of person that cares a lot about going out and buying a nice luxury car or a fast car. I just don't, I've never really cared about that stuff. Um, but I understand it's important to really, have something tangible you can hold on to. So for me, I started looking at a certain truck, and it's more truck than I could ever need, but it's not about what you need. It's about what you want. It's about energy transference. So that's what's on my vision board. And my wife, certain car she wants. She wants a Maserati Ghibli is what she wants. So we got that on there. We got, all kinds of stuff, house and all kinds of stuff that we would like to have, a dream pool and all this stuff. Right. And I'm just telling you, like, when I started looking at this stuff and imagining this stuff, like my mentor says, thought driven emotion, or like the more feeling you can put into something, the more you feel it, right, with your senses, the more it is to come into your life. And I believe that. So, but that's just one of the things that's taught is the vision board. There's other things as well, but that was one thing I did. Another thing I did, because when I was going through this process of the 75 a day, okay, I was focused on the numbers. I was like, oh, I gotta hit my numbers. Gotta hit my numbers. And I realized that at times my energy was really low, and I would stop and I would come back, but I would get to a point where I just like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. And I know that was coming across to the people I was connecting with. So when I took a step back, oh, you know what, I'm just going to focus on creating connections, learning what's going on with the other person. And, things started opening up. The other thing I did, because, I was going through that process and I'm like, what the hell, what is going on? End of the day, what I would do is I would talk bad. Like I would say, oh, this didn't work out. That didn't work out. And I stopped doing that. And when I stopped doing that, more money started showing up. More results started happening. Really interesting, right? Because literally I would go like, I'd be fine throughout the day, but end of the day, it's like I just, boom, like this didn't happen, that didn't happen. This guy said he didn't start, and I would start focusing on that, and it's just really bad to do that. So I just wanted to share that with you. So you really want to make sure you keep your energy levels high, so you attract the right people. It's about connecting with the person. It's not about pitching them. It's about learning what they want, allowing them to speak and share what it is they want. And it's about belief too. You got to believe that, but that helps. It helps when you have a proven formula to follow. And for these reasons, this is why when people come to me, it's like, hey, I've been doing this thing for a while, and I just cannot seem to break through. I cannot seem to get anywhere. My first response is, hey, you need mentoring. It's what you need. It's where your breakthrough is going to happen. And for many people, it's like over their head. They just cannot comprehend it. But that's what you need. It's what you need. You need to invest in yourself. If you haven't invested at least $1,000 in your business, you're not in business. You don't deserve anything. You haven't invested anything. It's a business. If you have an offline business, you're going to invest a lot more than $1,000. I promise you that. So it's just kind of strange to me, and I get it because I did it for the longest time. But I'm coming on here sharing with you my journey, so you're watching it firsthand, and you can sit from the sidelines and go, oh, well, yeah, you've had 4 sales, big deal. But what you don't understand is what's going on with me, and how my belief is growing stronger. My confidence is growing stronger, and I'm stepping more into my power. Like I'm not like afraid to talk to anybody. I just and I'm learning how to communicate more effectively. And that only happened because I've been part of this program. That only happened that way, So anyway, I don't know what the future holds. I do believe it's going to be very, very fruitful. For example, yes, I promote mentoring. That's what I promote. That's my number one. Okay, that's what. If you're watching this and you're like, man, I'm not getting the results I want to get, I mean, do whatever you can to get started. Do whatever you can. Like, seriously, just don't go around saying, I don't have the money and make that your excuse. Go find the money. Go borrow the money, ask people to borrow $100, you ask 10 people, 13 people, whatever it takes to borrow $100. You get in the mentoring. I mean, you're going to make the money back anyway, and you're going to move way ahead. But if you stay where you're at because you're afraid, if you stay where you're at because you're like, well, I don't have the money, I can't do it, then you're not going to grow. You're not going to see anything good happen. Like, it's not going to happen. You're walking in fear, not faith. My pastor has a saying. He likes to say, be a water walker, not a boat rider. Be a water walker, not a boat rider. Go walk on water. Have faith. Have faith. I could go into that deeper, but basically, if you have faith, you can do great things. Faith can move mountains, right? Fear, you fall. Fear, you don't get anywhere. Nothing happens for you. Nothing good happens. We get what we focus on most of the time. That's what comes into our life. So you want to focus on what you want, not what you need, what you want. All right. So it's really what I got for today. I hope you got value. If you want to learn more about the mentoring program, definitely, the best thing to do is reach out to me and we can see if it's a fit for you. We can see if something else is a better fit for you. I got something for everyone. So money is definitely not an excuse. Aside from I refer people to the mentoring program. I am not the Millionaire Mentor. Okay. But just so you know, I do live training. I have invested quite a bit into my education, into learning skills and learning what works. And I'm always tweaking. I'm always getting better. But I do live training. I have a private group. I got people telling me, it's like, wow, there's a lot of value in this thing. That's them telling me this, and then, I got people telling me, like, on my live training, the live training I do for my team, for those that partner with me, I don't care what it is. It could be $1,340. It could be $39. I'm going to do what I can to help you break through so you can start earning. I don't care where you start, because the truth of the matter is, if you get the skills, if you're working on your mindset, it doesn't matter where you start. You can start at 39 and you can work your way up. Now, is that going to be a harder journey? Is that going to be something where it's going to take you more time? Yeah, it probably will take you more time because you're making smaller commissions and you have to refer more people to get to the income amount. But can you do it? It's absolutely possible. It's absolutely possible. And I do believe if you really get behind it and run with it, you could create a full-time income 3 to 6 months. You could. I believe you could. I'm having people come into that pretty much daily, and I haven't even put it out there really. This is only the second time I've talked about it on video. It's been under the radar really. I haven't really said anything about it. So imagine if I decide to really turn it up. It's so affordable. It's ridiculous. The value is off the charts. We were talking about this yesterday in my training. And here's the thing. Okay. So I was doing this live training yesterday, and when you pour value into people, and they get that value, right? When you show them that you're there for them, they tend to want to do more with you. So one of the guys on my training, he's like, yeah, I want to get in that mentoring program. I'll be in very soon, like he said, end of the week. So when you do these things, and this is what's taught in the mentoring program too, to gather groups together and pour value into them. When you do that, things happen. When you don't do it, nothing happens, right? And I could go on and on about this, and I'm going to continue to share what I learn I can't share all of it because again, I am not the millionaire mentor. I'm like the reporter, I guess. I take the concepts. Sure, I share them, but I am not the one that there's things I'm missing still. I'm the student, right? I'm the student here. So not the master, I'm the student. So like one of the things that we're taught too is be the point man, not the front man. So if you don't have the huge income story and you're out there telling everybody that you have you're telling it, but you're not, like that's going to come back to bite you. That's going to come back to bite you. Why would anybody believe you, first of all? And let's say they do believe you, you're teaching them the wrong thing. It's not going to be a good thing. So that's why I say, I'm not the millionaire mentor. Okay. Like if you really want to break through, that's what you want to do. Can I help you? Absolutely. I can help you. Absolutely. I'm going through the process. So yeah, by associating with me, you're going to hear me talk about this stuff. Of course I can help you. But can I get you to 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month, 50,000 a month? Not this time. I'm not there. I'll be there. I promise you that. I'll be there, but I'm not there yet. But that's why I recommend that over what I do. Because I know what I do brings value. I know it does. I have too many people telling me that on a daily basis. So I know that. Okay. It's just a matter of people doing the work to get the results, but that's what it is. Okay. But anyway, that's what I got for today. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm a real guy. I'm very accessible. We can do a Zoom call, whatever you want to do, and see what will work best for you. Okay. So make it a great day. I'll see you on the next one.